Good day and welcome to the One Piece Forum YouTube channel. I am Frankie15
And I'm Mapache.
and today we're going to be reviewing One Piece chapter 827.
Totland. Or Totland. However you want to
Just call it
pronounce
however you want to call it, it's fine.
I will
do the
explain
German
later why I call it Totland.
Okay.
But yeah.
And the crowd will wait anticipating.
Yeah. And yeah, we should start right away because there's so much to talk about in
Okay.
this chapter.
Do you want to mention the cover page?
Yeah, just for a short second, because it said they were preparing. Were they preparing for the reverie? Because it didn't look like it. They put a vase on a table, and it's not like they set out somewhere. And also, why is Ivankov so relaxed after what happened on Baltigo?
I don't know. Maybe they're preparing for the meetup of all the revolutionary.
Yeah, maybe the
Commanders.
revolutionaries will go to Kamabaka Kingdom.
Maybe.
And yeah.
I don't know. It seems weird. It's like,
That's
yay! I'm happy.
Yeah, because actually somebody from Kamabaka Kingdom should go to the reverie. They are an official kingdom, I guess.
Are they official?
Well, it's Kamabaka Kingdom. I'm not sure.
I don't think
But
they
it
are
doesn't
official,
look- It doesn't look like they prepare for the reverie, so
but okay.
yeah.
So we start the chapter with just some kind of random scenes. There's Peckham's talking to some official about
Yeah.
capturing a boat, and that's how it got there. And
Yeah.
the officials don't. They're like, no, we don't want to look on the boat to see if there's anyone else there. No, we're all right. We believe you, Peckham. It's
Yeah.
fine. Oh, Peckham,
Very trustworthy.
you're so suave, is what they're saying.
And hearts everywhere in the speech bubbles.
Oh yeah, and if you notice, the guy who's dressed. What is that costume that the guy's just like a chest kind of thing?
A chess figure with a heart
Yeah,
on his
it
back.
looks super weird. I mean, all being said, this whole thing he's got the like Alice in Wonderland vibes kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I understand that. And then we get a scene where Luffy and Chopper have run off into the
Stupidly.
to be continued
off.
later on in the review. And then we get a scene with Nami asking
Good.
whether she looks good in this dress, which definitely should not fit any normal person. Because have you seen the waistline? It's ridiculous.
Well, Nami, she always looks like this. Like she has a prolonged. I don't know. Her body is just too long. Her
What-
legs. It looks like her butt would stick out on the back side, but it looks cool. I mean,
It does look good.
don't look at One Piece woman with our world standards.
Yep. I mean,
Neither admin.
true. If we looked at them with our world standards, then the women in One Piece would have no organs. They would just
They wouldn't be able to walk on those long skinny legs.
no.
But yeah, it does look very cool, and the same with Carrot.
Yeah.
They're very sweet.
And then she goes, Brooke, how do I look? And turns around and Brooke's just like, what?
Well, your panties still look fine.
That was funny. I really enjoyed that scene. Just how
Yeah.
Brooke's just already in the position, just looking. Yeah, whatever. And then we get a Peckham's explaining the islands of Big Mom,
Mhm.
how it's called Totland,
Yeah.
or Totland, and there's 34 islands that surround Whole Cake Island. All of the territories are under Big Mom, and they welcome all people, all races.
Yeah. And they are, like it said, the kanji for Toadland mean country of 10,000.
Mm.
Probably because there's so many people living, and also because Big Mom is gathering all races there, which is pretty cool. And then about the Toadland, the name, it was pointed out on the forum as well. Like most of the things I say now were on the forum because there's a really big and very interesting discussion about this chapter, like a lot bigger than most of the other chapter discussions. So it's really great. There are a lot of ideas. So you people should go and have a look.
I mean,
Um,
it's pretty similar to when we first landed on Dressrosa, and there was the toys. It's pretty similar to all that
yeah,
discussion, like, oh, what's going on?
yeah.
Similar to that.
Everybody's hyped.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Totland, Toad or Tod is means dead in German. And also somebody said that in Romanian and other languages that derive from Latin, it means everybody. So when you go with the Germans, you have dead land, which brings us to the end of the chapter already, where you can maybe suspect Big Mom of eating the people who live there. So that's why the dead. And yeah, everybody land because everybody lives there. And
Yeah.
this is pretty cool. I like it when Oda puts in stuff like this,
Yeah.
wordplays.
Well, I originally thought tot as in like the sweets jelly tots. I don't know if you get them.
Ah, yeah,
That's what
that
I
was
was.
mentioned as well.
That's what I was thinking of. But I guess the explanation that they are giving is actually better.
But I mean, if it's a candy,
Yeah.
it just all three things make sense. I don't
guess,
know
yeah.
which Oda was thinking of, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And he says that the island is called Cacao Island, or I'm sure when it's translated by Viz, it'll be Cocoa Island, because
Yeah.
it's all chocolate everywhere. Something about how when you can eat everything, but don't eat the roof tiles.
Yeah.
So you can eat
And
everything, but not the roof tiles. I don't get that, but whatever.
can you just go and eat somebody's walls?
I guess
Like
so.
just a normal
It's,
house?
it's so weird. Like, do they just fix automatically? Do you have to make it? There's so much stuff that needs explaining. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The
Even
logistics.
when I don't want to jump so much in the chapter, but when they go to no, let's continue first.
Okay, let's continue. You'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so it says eating tile chocolate is illegal. There's something about, there's someone who is the master of chocolate. There's someone who's like, of the windows or something. There's someone
Yeah,
who's,
the chancellor of
yeah,
candy,
yeah,
and I don't know.
and then there's the biscuit for the Chancellor of
Yeah,
Pillars. That was it,
biscuit.
yeah. Windows for
Yeah.
candy and then chocolate for what? I can't remember. There's too much.
I think it was windows and pillars
Okay, windows and pillars. Okay,
made
fair
from
enough.
candy and biscuits. But
Okay.
if I'm wrong, I don't know.
See, they use biscuits, right? See, Americans will be getting confused about this right now. This biscuit in America is like soft sponge. It's like a yeah. I don't know how
Cookies?
to explain. No, cookies would be in. Cookies are just cookies in America, I think,
Okay.
and we call them biscuits. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
So Peccoms gets angry because he realizes Luffy and Chopper are gone, and already
This
they're in
was so
trouble.
stupid. I was angry too.
Luffy,
Yeah.
well, and Chopper as
And
well.
Chopper.
I understand it because lately Luffy has been extremely stupid. He's
Yeah.
been more stupid than he normally is, anyway. I
Yeah.
think so. So he
But
eats
yeah.
the house, and they're about to get arrested, and he says it was just too good to not eat. And then he's
Yeah.
saved by some woman comes along. She's on a flying carpet that's talking. She's got some kind of grimer on her shoulder. Um,
Yeah.
and
And what a coincidence.
what a coincidence! Oh,
Who might it be?
who might it be? So she says, "Yeah, I paid them. They're contractors. I paid to." And then we
Eat
find
that.
out that it's Pudding because he congratulates her on a wedding, and
Yeah. And
does it,
she seems to be looking forward to the wedding very much.
yeah. Which I don't know. Why would anyone look forward to a wedding with someone they haven't met?
I don't know. Maybe she has seen a picture of Sanji and is just has a crush on him already. I don't know. She seems like this innocent. Well, she seems. I'm not sure. Maybe she will
Yeah, well,
turn out to be different.
we'll talk about that. Well, so she invites them back to her house. She's happy. She explains how she saved them because they liked her house. They liked the taste of her house because she spent so long making it. Which,
Yeah.
again, even if you like the taste of the house, you spent so much making your house. You live in your house. Oh no, it wasn't a house. It was a cafe.
It was a cafe, yeah. But
And
as you can already see, that's what I wanted to say earlier, that Carrot is already starting to eat up her house.
oh right, I never noticed that.
In that one scene where they are sitting on at the table, you can see Carrot on one side eating the wall and Chopper biting the table.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And Luffy, what was Luffy doing? I can't remember.
Being stupid, blurting out his name.
Oh yeah, and then we get to that part. She asked their names, and Luffy goes, "I'm Luffy, Kazuku ni Oriwanaru." Well, it doesn't quite finish it
Yeah.
all, but Nami stops him, and again Luffy being stupid, and the way that Pudding looks brings me to the point where I don't think she's as innocent as she does look. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I think
obvious
so
that
too.
she's obviously been told who the Straw Hats are, but the way she looks kind of, I don't know.
Surprise.
No, I think she looks
In a
kind of
bad way.
expectant of it. She looks kind of like she knew it was gonna come, and she's like,
He's like, what a coincidence.
yeah,
that
and
that
it looks like
I
she's
met them.
it looks like she might be plotting, but maybe I'm reading too much into it. Probably.
And the question, do you still think that she is the girl with the 3 eyes? Because there are now on the forum some doubts about it, that she really is it. But I still think she is.
I still think she could be. I mean, she hasn't lifted up her fringe, so
Yeah,
she could still have the eye under there. But I don't know
yeah.
why, if you in a country where everyone respects everyone, like if you have long necks, you have long legs, you have mermaids, you have everyone, why she would be afraid to show her eye.
Maybe she just likes this hairstyle.
Yeah, I guess so. But if you had 3 eyes and you blinded one of your eyes, you wouldn't do that really, would you? I don't know.
I don't know. But
Oh,
yeah, I think it's just he likes the hairstyle.
going back, because I forgot about it, Pedro is spotted by a mink
Yeah.
when he's in the street, and he says to Carrot, when Carrot asks who was that or what was that all about, he says, "I'll explain to you later." So
Yeah.
this could be nothing. This could be just like
It's very
he knows me.
suspicious.
It
I
is
think.
suspicious, yeah. What do you think?
He could just have told her right away.
Yeah.
Like, if I said it now, I would jump right to the end of the chapter. But we know. Can I jump to Big Mom already?
I mean,
Because
you can do. We've gone through all the pudding
Okay.
stuff, so you can do.
because she already knows that Luffy is there,
Yeah.
and people are wondering how she knew it. And there are a lot of names thrown into the pot who it could be.
Mm.
Could it have been Jinbei, and he actually still works for Big Mom? Could it have been Pedro, who is a spy? Could it have been Sanji's siblings who reported them, which I rather doubt? Could it have been the flying carpet? Yeah, those are.
The flying carpet. Why do people suspect that?
I don't know, because he wasn't in Pudding's house when they were talking.
right.
Maybe he
Okay.
flew. Is it? He flew to
Well, I
Big
guess-
Mom and told her.
Yeah, maybe. I personally think that it really could be Pedro. I'm thinking now that it really could
Yeah.
be Pedro. Or again, it could just be the Vince Smokes. Maybe the Vince Smokes told them. I don't see why not.
Or Jinbei.
I really
But
doubt that.
that would be. Yeah, that would
I
be.
really doubt Jinbei would betray Luffy after everything they went through.
Yeah.
I don't think that happened. So should we talk about the whole thing with Big Mom? So we see Big Mom. She's talking about her tea party. All the inanimate objects have come to life. She's singing. Well, not. Is she singing or is everyone
I'm
singing?
not sure.
I don't know.
I think everybody's singing.
Well, yeah, they're singing, and so the question is, what do you think? Do you think she's brought these things to life? It seems like probably.
I don't know. It was suggested that this is her power. She brings inanimate objects to life,
Hmm.
and that's why they call her Mom,
Hmm.
Big Mom, because they feel like she's their mom. Maybe. Has there ever been a devil fruit like this? I don't think so.
Well, there's
Or maybe.
sugar's devil fruit. where she could turn people into toys. That's kind of similar.
So maybe she can turn people into furniture, or she just brings inanimate objects to life.
I think it could be
Uh,
the bringing animate objects to life, but like it does fit in with a lot of like Disney-esque kind of
yeah,
witch mythology, like the I don't know, and there's like the Grimm brothers stuff. It kind of reminds me of that kind of stuff.
yeah.
There's a
Can I
Hansel and
just
Hans.
can I just
Go
say
on, go
all the
on,
things that have reminded me and other members of Alice in Wonderland, for
go
example?
on then,
Like
go on.
there's a chess figure guy at
Yeah.
the beginning, and we've already seen some more. Then there are a lot of hearts,
Mm.
which is like the Queen of Hearts. The moving and talking furniture. At the moment I just remember the talking door of Alice in Wonderland, but there might have been even more. The singing flowers, at least in the movie, there have
Yeah.
been, and I mean the old Disney movie, not the one with Johnny Depp. Uh, there have been singing flowers, and then yeah, the three Big Moms, three henchmen
Yeah.
who got the fruits, the eggs, and what was the third thing?
Flower.
Yeah, flowers. They look like, well, one is sitting on a flamingo, which
Yeah.
is always also from the movie. One has a kind of Alice-like look with
Yeah.
the broad head,
And one
and
seems to have
one,
like a long hat that kind of
yeah,
from the bottom looks like a chess piece.
yeah,
So
this
yeah,
is,
I was thinking that those three members are like her top three, or maybe there's one more as well, but the top three, and
yeah.
it's like the rook, the knight, and the bishop. And for people who don't
Mhm.
know, the rook is the castle. Just to let people know, noobs, chess noobs.
Yeah,
um, yeah. So I was thinking that I don't know if it's true. Could be that they all have these kind of titles, like how Doflamingo's crew had the
the
diamond,
card game.
the cards
Yeah.
theme. Could be like that. I don't know. Maybe.
And then there's even a lot of people also mention the Beauty and the Beast with the talking fern, yeah, teapot and stuff like
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I was thinking that as well.
And then maybe a lot of people know the fairy tale, the Grimm's fairy tale,
Yeah,
Hansel and Gretel,
yeah.
with the two children who get lost in the forest. And there's a witch who has, yeah, the house made out of sweets,
Yeah.
which is, yeah, Big Mom just looks like a witch. Maybe she even has
See,
a witch
this is
devil
what I
fruit, or I
thought
don't know.
as soon as I met Devil Fruit. I mean, as soon as I met Big Mom, I thought like the Hansel and Gretel stories. Sorry, Hansel and Gretel. And yeah, that's what I thought straight away. Like the you know
Yeah,
the
when
house made of candy. For some reason, I couldn't get my words out then. But yeah, the house made of candy. That's the first thing I thought about, and I think
oh,
that is.
and
Go on.
yeah, it appears as if they eat humans, and also the witch in the fairy tale wanted to eat
Mm.
Hansel.
Well, didn't we see when we first saw Big Mum that she like put someone into
Ah,
a
yeah, right.
pot? What? Yeah.
She does eat humans, and they want to make chocolate. No, not chocolate. Some strawberry sauce or something out of human blood. So,
Well, maybe when she eats the people, maybe she spits them back out as the objects.
ah, this might be
Maybe that's what
true.
happens.
Yeah. And
Um,
also, she looks a lot smaller than anticipated, but that's okay.
I don't think she does, 'cause if you notice, there's like trees, and she's like the same size as the trees. It's just that there's no actual like normal people near her,
Yeah, okay.
if you notice. And if you
Yeah.
do see the actual, there's some like normal. I wouldn't say normal people because they look whack. They look really weird, and she's like stories above them. So I think
Yeah, okay.
I think she is really big. I think it's just the proportion with everything else is not what you'd normally see.
In any case, she looks a lot like Jola, which has always also been pointed out. But
I knew this
I
was
don't want
coming.
to talk too much about this one now.
No, well, someone mentioned that the islands, the 34 islands of Big Mom could be, and we know that there's at least 34 daughters of Big Mom. The
Yeah.
So if there is just 34, and Pudding is the 34th daughter, then it could be like one daughter per island.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This might be.
But that might put um, Lola out of contention for being her daughter because she's not at one of the islands. Maybe.
You mean because she was on the ship? But maybe it.
No, I mean because
No, right.
she was in East Blue. Not East Blue,
Yeah.
Grand Line.
Right.
That's
in
what I was thinking.
paradise.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
so we get the end. She's acquired ingredients, whatever. She's singing, and then she explains how she knows how the Straw Hats are here, like how you said
Yeah.
earlier, and how it could be, I don't know, it could be a spy that's told her. It could be the Vince Monks. It could be Junbei. It could be.
Yeah. We already know that she has a giant information network. So,
Mm.
like, she knew everything about Sanji.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's not. It's not surprising that she knows.
Yeah. And we saw those like turtle things in the water the last chapter, or was it a couple
Mhm.
chapters ago?
Yeah.
That like survey the area. So maybe that's how she knows. It could be pretty
Yeah.
easy for her to know. I mean,
Yeah.
Peckham's probably already knows that she knows.
Oh, do you think it could be possible for Peckhams to betray the Straw Hats actually and directly offer them to her, like as a
I
reconciliation?
didn't really mean that, but I don't think so. I just think that because he's probably so angry that Capone like backstabbed him, and Capone is being like hailed for doing
Yeah.
this kind of stuff. I think that he's probably just really angry at Capone and wants to get back at Capone, and therefore wants to get back at Big
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm actually thinking that actually it really could be Pedro after what we saw in this chapter.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm very eager to find out.
Yeah. So is there anything else you wanna say? Any more theories?
Actually, not. I think I squeezed everything in. I'm not sure. I think we've been talking for a lot of time now. So we should
Yeah.
come to the rating.
Yeah. So go on. What did you rate the chapter?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'll rate
Because-
this a 9.9 out of no. I'm gonna go 10. I'm gonna go 10. Why not?
Good. I think it's your first 10.
It is my first 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we would have been reviewing when Kaido was introduced, that would have been that would have been definitely that would have been a 12 out of 10. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That was such a
Yeah.
good chapter. But yeah, what was I gonna say?
But it
Um,
was a great chapter. A lot of things happening. A lot of introductions.
hmm.
A lot of mystery. And yeah, we have been. I always lose track of time in the reviews, but I feel like we've been talking a lot. So yeah.
Yeah. So in
Yes.
conclusion, Big Mom's big, Luffy's an idiot, and Pedro's maybe a spy.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we have to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say bye now.
And see you in the next review or on the forum.
Yep.
And yeah.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Log into the
Exactly.
forum as much as you can. Sign up to the forum, and
Yeah.
we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.